Hello and welcome back to the Finish Line and another episode of Talking Points, where we're going to look back over everything that happened over the weekend. As always, brought to you by Hollywoodbets, the home of the Punters Challenge, which is coming back soon for the flat season.
Very good.
No Tom today. Hay fever, killing him. So
it's very hay fevery.
He doesn't even know it's hay fever. You know? Doctors don't even know.
Is he just getting sick all the
I
time?
don't know. He just texted me there saying it. I've got to reply to him.
That don't sound healthy.
No. How are you anyway? Recovered from yesterday?
No.
No.
Oh.
But Dave went golf with us yesterday. And it was... Do you know what it's like? Do you know the scene in Bambi? Not where the mother gets shot or the father gets shot. It's like when he walks onto the ice. First few holes, he got better. He got a lot better as he went on.
Yeah, the first four were awful. They were not. They were awful.
You were fighting your feet. I was proud of you by the end.
I was tired. I was very tired yesterday. It's a different kind of fitness.
The drive you hit on 14. Magnificent. Barrett went that way.
And 18. 18
was your best drive.
I was past you and all.
Yeah, myself. we were on the myself and Patrick, my cousin. We were battling now. I was winning by a shot and he bet me in the end. Two of us standing on the green. We heard this almighty ping. I was like, what the hell? Where's this fella gone? Over on the 18th. Wouldn't even wait for us to put the ball.
No, I had to do it my own way. When I was having a bad hole, just scratch that. Go again.
Yeah, but you're meant to wait for us.
Now, next time, I'll actually try and play it to the scores. Work hard.
I still can't believe I got bet.
Did you end up losing?
He got me 8.
That's terrible.
A man plays off 2.1 or something.
You were beating him for 10 holes. You were like Rory in the Masters them years back.
Do you know what shot was it? It was the 15th, a par 5, the big long one. I bogeyed it. He birdied it. I was gone. Gone.
I enjoyed it.
So, talking of golf, next week I should know if we are got to go ahead for our golf date. We're looking to have it in Waterford Castle, which is one of the best courses in Ireland. But next week I should know, and I will put up all the details. It's going to be a 4-ball. Looking to have it on the 20th or 27th of August. I haven't made up my mind which day yet. Both for Friday. But yeah, all proceeds will go to the Injured Jockey Fund and the Horse Racing Welfare Trust. Go crack.
It will be. I'll have to book that day off work.
Have a word with your boss.
I will. Hold up. Yeah, I got off.
So did I. Funny enough. Anyway, we're going to go back over everything that happened this weekend. The Irish Guineas meeting and so on and so forth. And Dave will tell you about some horses he liked the look of, because I didn't see anything today. Well, I've seen the main races, but I didn't see much of that. You surely have some.
I saw the racing, all right. Yeah.
I was pulling apart stuff. Anyway, Castle Star win the Group 3 Marble Hill Stakes over 6 furlongs. I see that it was a Commonwealth you, Commonwealth win or something like that. Commonwealth Cup or something. Next one. Could be totally wrong now.
No, but that wasn't me anyway.
Was that where he go?
No, he's 2-year-old.
Is he? Where'll he go then?
I'd say he'll go to Royal Ascot. He'll probably go for the Coventry, I'd say.
That's the one.
Okay.
I knew it was C.
It wasn't me, but yeah.
Coventry. Good performance.
Yeah, but I'd say he needs soft ground.
Really?
I'd say it's important to him. But he's very good now. He travelled lovely through the race. And you could call him the winner halfway through the race, nearly.
Anything favourite ground worries going into it?
A lot of Aidens are not running well on the soft ground, are they? They were flying there at the start of the flat season. Since the monsoons, and that's all you can describe it as, because it
was 3 days of non-stop rain.
I don't even know how we got to go golfing.
It wasn't
it's the only time it stopped raining.
It was for literally 5 hours of the day where we went out for the 4.
It's been raining since again then.
It's raining right now again. But yeah, it was a good start. I liked the way he done it. Be interested to see where he goes if he is ground dependent. But look, he's a 2-year-old. God only knows where he's going to go. Gustavus Weston win the Greenland.
It was a shocking race.
It was terrible.
Awful.
What was the talk there for a minute? Get in front of me.
The favourite Glen Shield, I think he was 4th.
Yeah.
I'd say he'll progress on through the year like he did last year. He'll get better as he gets more runs, but it's just shocking. Some of the sprints in Ireland are just horrendous.
It's not what we are fairly good at, sprints.
It's horrendous. We said this a few times last year when the racing came back.
Make a challenge a second. That's telling you. He's a mudlark.
He couldn't win a race the last 3 or 4 times. Like
he's beaten in listed races in Cork
myself and Tom said it a few times last year. The form of the Irish sprints is just awful. I remember when I think his glass slippers came across.
We actually might have a good logo hunter.
He might be all right, but like he's the caliber of sprinters over here are terrible. So it was the same as last year. Like I liked the way Logo Hunter won that race. But it's the same as last year. Then when you had Skeptical winning, he got bet by Hello Yumze in the easier of what would have been the Group 1 sprints at Ascot, in my opinion. Like he didn't go for the 5 furlong one, and then he got bet again. Then they're not the Irish sprinters. It's just not something we're good at.
Never has been really bar Soul Power.
Aiden gets 1 or 2 through the year. So they win a couple of races, go to stud. But even Caravaggio a few years back, he won the race at Ascot. He's getting battered then after that.
It's just what was the horse he had? Aiden that went off ridiculous price, 1 to 5 or something. Was 3rd the other day. That was a Caravaggio as well. One first time out got beat by a first time outer as well, 50 to 1.
Yeah.
We do not do well on sprints whatsoever.
Thomas Frost is saying Logo Hunter has been sold to Hong Kong. If that's the case, then won't be saying much more of him.
That's our best sprinter gone. Where to next? 2,000 guineas. Jim Bulger 1-2 with your next best. And Poetic Rhythm.
Poetic Flair.
Who's Poetic Rhythm? Anyway,
Poetic
Flair was second. I watched this back again today. I still don't know how he didn't get up and win.
They went opposite ways. Max Miney hung to the right. Poetic Flair hung to the left. But look, I was happy Max Miney won. He's been shortened markedly for the Derby now, but he just needs soft ground. He needs it nearly unraceable because that's what it was over the weekend.
And by the way,
if there was a 1 mile 4 grade 1 in Haydock, he'd win that.
Remember someone put up on Twitter, any chance Bristol buy for a lace supplement and won the race of Haydock? It was that soft. Like it's not beyond the realms of impossibility that the Derby could be, the way things are going, the weather's not look like it's picking up at all.
Look, it could be soft ground. I would hope the weather will change and the drainage and all that. Like it can change very fast in the summer. That's the difference between the depths of winter. All it takes is 2 or 3 days.
3 days or something.
But yeah, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. But the favourite looks fairly solid now that he's beaten him. Like they're saying he was under the weather and all that, but like his first run, I'd say Aiden's horse is very good. That Balshoi Ballet.
I still like high definition first,
and I'll be going with John Leaper, but the Frankel bothers me.
But you were fairly bothered when I texted you and said that Adam Kirby's on Don Leaper.
Yeah, that kind of hurt me a little. I actually thought Holly Doyle was going to get the ride because I texted you. Holly Doyle, I think, won on him last year, or she won on him in Newcastle when he won his maid. And who was on him the last day? Buick's obviously retained to Godolphin, and I was like, this is going to work out perfect. Holly's going to win the Derby on Snow Fairy's Son by Frankel. What a story. And then no, Adam Kirby. So we'll be bouncing up now in one spot anyway.
It's not what you want to hear. Lucky Vega found off favourites. You said to me, Jessica Harn trains the only 2 Lope de Vega horses that don't go on soft ground.
Yeah, when we done our horses to follow, I mentioned this. Him and Cadillac, I think, are the only Lope de Vegas I've seen that don't like soft ground. It doesn't make any sense because he's a soft ground sire, but it's obviously coming from the dam side. But him and Cadillac just do not like soft ground. So I wouldn't give up on Lucky Vega. He's beaten way too far out. He's been rode along with like 3-4 laps to go.
He ran on well.
He ran on, but go to farm ground, you'll see the best of him. A few of the comments are asking about the 3-year-olds in Wembley.
Bad bunch.
Wembley, they're just a bad bunch. Aiden's are not great. It's going to happen every now and again. Wembley is, for some reason, he must be showing lots at home because Ryan keeps picking him, but he's not any good. Like
he fails to live up to what he promised last year. It's like Mogul in Japan all over again. Promised so much, delivered nothing yet. Well,
Van Gogh ran probably a nice
grand.
derby trial.
Yeah, grand.
He ran on. Again, he's probably better on better ground, which all of them would be, bar Max Swiney. But Aiden's Colts are just not great.
Is it fair to say it's a bad bunch? Not just Aiden's, but in general.
I wouldn't think there's a superstar in it.
No.
I do like St. Mark's Basilica. I think he's quite good.
Yeah, he
but because of the way he's like French bred, they're French races. So I'd like to see him come back over maybe middle of the summer. But
you said to the last guy, sure he'll run there next.
Well, they said the French Derby.
Well, probably not there. Right, we'll head over to Haydock. And Rohan causing a bit of a shock, 33-1, beating Dragon Symbol and what the hell is that?
Khaltoum.
That is a word. Why? Who names a horse that? Anyway, that Rohan is... He's turned out not a bad horse now. He was the horse that beat...
Do you know what I think it is about that horse? He beat Diligent Harry when I think people thought Diligent Harry would win. And he beat Dragon Symbol there. And he just seems more streetwise than those horses. Diligent Harry obviously didn't run because of the ground again. I think I know I put up Dragon Symbol, but I think he's the one to take out the race. It was 5 furlongs. He would have won by a couple of lengths. He almost kind of stopped when Rohan went ahead of him. He battled back again. Like he realized he was in the race, and it's the first time he's actually ever been in a proper race, because all the other races he's been in, he's just been winning on the bridle.
Races alone surely didn't help him.
No, but I'd like to see Diligent Harry now, and the form was all kind of stacking up. Rohan's just a weird one, because he gets beaten in races you expect him to win, and then he wins races you expect him to lose.
It'll probably be races where they're run at a breakneck. I know this probably wasn't running a breakneck gallop in the ground, but it's probably in races where they fall apart into his lap and he runs on through him. Because on that ground as well, they were probably might be going faster than they should have on the ground, and he was the one staying on at the end. Saying that now, he could be a decent horse.
I still think it was a decent race, but like I said on Wednesday, that ground at Haydock, I wouldn't be if you like a horse that ran at the weekend at Haydock, give him another chance.
Luke Wilson has a question for you. Do you think they should open up the Commonwealth Cup for geldings?
It's hard because the reason they did it is for
breeding.
Yes, and for the horses that didn't stay a mile, so couldn't run in the St. James's Palace. And then like the horses that run in the Guineas but clearly don't stay.
Why is it only open to colts? Like, I know breeding, but why is...
No, the Commonwealth Cup is open to colts and fillies, but it's only 3-year-olds. Because generally the 3-year-olds be at a disadvantage at that time of year against the older horses. But, then in July, in the July Cup, they can run. It's just to do with the season.
I think you should just leave them do it. If someone thinks they have a horse good enough to run it and they think it's forward enough and strong enough, they surely should be allowed to do it.
Well, some of them do. That filly Winter Power is going to run against Batash.
Is he actually going there?
She's going there, yeah.
Not Batash.
Apparently he's going straight to Ascot, yeah.
What do you think?
He's so good, it wouldn't surprise me, but he's getting old now.
Getting old and wise. But saying that, sprinters get better with age. They hold their formula.
Keep growing up.
Right. One that kind of hurt you today, Helvic Dream beating Broome for the first time this season. What was it, 3-0 going into it to Broome? To me, he got an unbelievable ride from Colin Keane.
It was an unbelievable ride from Colin Keane. He just held him till the very last moment. And like Broome, another stride after the line, Broome was back up again. That Broome is so fucking lazy. It's unbelievable. 4 furlongs.
I think Ryan was the first one off the bridle.
4 furlongs out, Ryan was pushing him along. And you know what? It looks like he wants to go up and trip. And Aidan was saying before the race he's going to go 1 mile 4 next. The same thing will happen over 1 mile 4. Like, he's just lazy.
He just keeps going and going and going.
I'd love to see him in a pair of blinkers.
I only say he needs blinkers.
They won't because of the breeding and all that. But I'd love seeing.
Is he wearing? He's not wearing
cheap pieces or something anyway.
cheap pieces. Yeah, he blinkers. Just need something to keep him
So
concentrated.
lazy, like.
I think he just gets bored out in front, but it's the only way to ride him because he keeps going and going. He goes on any ground as well. He seems to be better than he was last year.
It's unfortunate for him because he kind of deserves a group one. But fair play to Noel Mead.
True self, Willie Munshorse. She ran a great race as well.
She did.
Career
Another
best.
big ride for Holly Doyle.
Yeah.
Might see Holly Doyle now in Royal Ascot. Willie Mullins will have something in those long distance races. I wonder will Holly be on one of them?
The one on Saturday, the 2.4 one.
And there's one on the Tuesday as well. Last race both days.
Yeah, he has a good record on that, don't he?
He does.
He won that and the one on Saturday with the same horse one year. Thomas Edison? Thomas Hobson.
Yeah, Thomas something. He was in the Rich Richie colours.
Yeah.
And he's had loads of them through the years.
Did Peak Sue win it one year? One of them.
Yeah. The grey horse.
Yeah. Decent horse. Right. Poor Ryan Moore. Empress Josephine Dunham on the line on Joan of Arc. Before that, we start with favourite, Pretty Gorgeous. Race was over the second she left the stall. Horse from inside went forward, so she was taken more or less wide to the bend, and it was game over. Then she couldn't get in.
After 2 furlongs, I had a decent bet on her, but after 2 furlongs, I knew she wasn't going to win. She's too. I wouldn't even say she's too free, but she got no cover, and you just can't do that up there. Especially the way the weather was all weekend.
Try to get there's a horse that broke exactly the same time for the black and white colours. Anyway, I'll get the name in a minute. Took her forward the whole way. Who was on Shane Foley or whoever was on it? Shane Cross was on it. Could not get across for his life. Game was up. She got no cover, you said. She was travelling stronger than she probably should have. Freshness probably got to her. She was there travelling 2 furlongs out. He went to squeeze at her. Fitness probably told she ran on to the end again.
She's the only one on the bridle at the end, but he did. It was poor enough. Jockeyship now. He's
could he have done anything different?
I think he felt like he was on an airplane, so I'd say they thought she was going to win. But look, I wouldn't give up on her. Her form is so rock solid from last year.
Fev Rover was very poor. Off the bridle a long way out. But first and second, Empress Josephine came with an absolute rattle at the end. She was the one that got in behind Pretty Gorgeous, and she's the one that got cover. She came out of run then and rattled them.
We mentioned both those fillies in the podcast earlier in the year, probably the end of April, start of May. No, the end of March, start of April.
Flat racing.
They're all bred for the job, like. So it's very hard to figure out which one's the best. And especially with the fillies. The coach, they can nearly, I'd say you can tell more so who's better than who. But the fillies, like, some of them are so
whoever gets out the right side of the bed.
Exactly. Yeah. But she's a sister to mine, so breeding is there, like. And Joan of Arc, like I said, her dam is after her breeding. I think 7 foals. They're all
group winners.
Black type at some stage along the way. She's like 4 Group 1 winners. She probably will win a Group 1 before the end of the year.
Sheena Lavery's Bella Image, she ran a stormer, 125 to 1. That was probably more down to do with the soft ground, or was it just a bolt of improvement?
She's a good trainer, Sheena Lavery.
She's coming in there at the back of a second in a maiden at Killarney. So, big improvement. Who else was it there we talk about? Fev Rover, blah, blah, blah. Miss Samuel, that was the horse that went out right next to her.
Yeah, she's a sprinter. But the 2 fillies, Aiden's 2 fillies, whatever I say about, like, some people, I know they're trying to take on Aiden's horses. His horses are just so tough. Like. That was horrible ground for any horse to be running in.
Yeah, I've seen a few comments on Twitter about Ryan Moore and his 2 rides. He done absolutely nothing wrong in them 2 rides.
And he's been riding out with skin all year. I was the first to say last year he didn't have a great year. Did nothing wrong today.
I thought himself and Shane Foley controlled it from the front. 2 of them controlled that race and kicked on it.
He literally got mugged.
2 races he got absolutely done on the line, on the bob on both of them. Like as you said,
Shame even said he gave his horse a bad ride. He got boxed in coming around the bend. He thought he had enough horse and he was going to win. He got boxed in and the horse got him out of trouble. So according to him, he would have won by further. So there was nothing Ryan was going to be able to do.
Mm.
And on Brown, like he never gave up once. Like he just
No.
kept trying his hardest. So
Just got done by the closers.
yeah,
And it's always the closers of the Cora always. For some reason, once you're out in the middle of the track on the Cora, flying down the middle, it's a worrying sight, especially a furlong and a half out when you see something coming. Because that's a long ass straight in the Cora. And once you're out in front on your own, it's a long way home.
there's a few of them at Haydock on Saturday were out on their own and got nabbed in like the last 100 meters, 100 yards. Remember last year when Kubo's favourite horse, Pentland Hills? Remember he went ahead.
It's a flat season, he gets mentioned.
Remember he went ahead and he got nabbed on the line.
Oh, by Ballyandy.
Edwardstone. Yeah, remember that day?
Yeah.
That's what happened in Haydock yesterday. There was horses and they were like 3 or 4 lengths out in front with half furlong to go and they got nabbed.
Died a slow death.
The ground.
It even goes to show today there was 3 winners today, all trained by jump. 4 winners today at the Cora. 4 of them were trained by jump trainers.
Eddie Harty had a winner. Willie Mullins had 2 winners, and
No
Mead
Mead
had the Group 1 winner. They're just super tough.
Trained different. Used to the ground. Used to be in a battle. Probably more not battle hardened, but tougher. Would you say tougher?
Some of them are tougher. Yeah, when it gets to the nitty gritty, they can be like.
They've that extra bit they can go for.
Kerry Skates, I think it is. Former this weekend, well, I'd say it means won't.
Former this weekend won't come to much in the summer ground mornings.
I would agree with.
Yeah, I need to get a telly for here so I can see.
Yeah, I would. Not that I throw the form out, but
you give horses more chances.
It was like Arc Weekend ground. That's what it was like.
Yeah, that was bad ground.
Or the ground you get in Ascot at Champions Weekend.
A day kind of ground.
Yeah, so any of the horses that ran well this weekend, if they're running then, which is a while away, but
there is
like Aiden's fillies, you could see them.
That's where they're talking us sending Hell Victory now to Champions Day.
Yeah, why not?
Alaska, the ground. They won't run them on summer ground.
Yeah, I think that's a great call.
It's very bridely horse. I know we're going back a race, but he didn't find much when. But Colin Keane, Jesus, he caught him into going to the front.
That's a great call. Send him over there. You'll get soft ground and Colin Keane again.
He's riding out of his skin as well.
And you know what? He'll go there and there'll be a horse and he'll be 2-1 favourite and some random yoke will win.
It'll be a Dabe.
That's a graveyard meet.
Oh, it's unbelievably bad. Anything else? Oh, French Jacks everywhere. We were watching the Grand Steeplechase de Paris or whatever it's called today. Le Berry went off 13-day favours. If you backed him in the first 4 fences, you knew your game was up. He was out to his left, then out to his right because he was going the opposite way back around. He went up cheese wedges. What kind of grade 1? Over jumps, go over cheese wedges, a bush, a stone wall, wooden fences, like a cross country grade 1.
Kubo was right. Kubo texted us earlier and said if any of them yokes came, I think it was the Gold Cup and I give you €1,000 if you even say that they'd win because they haven't the hope.
Ajas can't jump. How Ajas goes around.
I still don't get this thing earlier in the year when I was giving out about Easland and people had him back for the Grand National and we're back in Ajas for the Grand National. They're not anywhere near the standard of the English and Irish horses. Never mind the English, the Irish horses.
No. They're like Ajas can't jump. Le Berry went all over the place. I don't think he stayed, in fairness to him. He was still there about at the 3 mile pole. I don't think he stayed.
That's one winner around Ballon Road.
The fella that won it last year, so the course form, blah blah blah. I don't know. It's just a weird race. The day before, though, fucking L'Autonomie battered him.
30 odd lengths or something.
Running boop, was pummeled.
It wouldn't be taking that now than that now. I enjoyed it the year that Benny the Dieu won the French champion hurdle, but no, not for me.
No, it's
I kind of like Le Berry, but
I can see him coming over here. someone like Paul Nichols will probably get him. He'll win that grade 1 at Ascot before Cheltenham.
There's a load of crap on it.
Shite race.
Won't be for me anyway.
No.
One of the lads asked about Shale. Shale just wants good to farm ground.
She wants rattling
She'll
quick.
never win on soft ground.
No, comeback run was good though.
She's a good filly as well. See, loads of the horses that ran this weekend now will be better prices the next time. When it's good to farm ground.
Yeah, you get the likes of Pretty Gorgeous. You'll get
Pretty Gorgeous to go on the soft, but you just have to. If I'm reading a form now, say that's gone, it's good to farm, and you like Shale, and like, nah, she's cat the last time. If it's good to farm ground, just stick with it.
especially after the first run of the season. It's the same as the jump season. Willie Mullins' horse at the start of the season. It could be bloody 14 got bet his first run of the season before. Just forget about it. Like it's their aim is not that race. They turn up first of the season. It's like the Royal Ascot's, the Cheltenhams, the Punchestowns, the Leopardstowns. It's all geared around them, and it's Anything else? It's going to be a short one today. What's your eye catchers of the weekend, Mr. O'Keefe? Liberty Beach. Forgot about her. On Liberty Beach.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I was wrong. I said she didn't win enough when she went and won, but sure, look. Soul Search done a Soul Search and came second. Remember I said?
Did it?
She did, yeah.
Where was that?
Second. I think Tom mentioned the winner, opponent plays, if I'm correct. Stormy Antarctic, an old boy, I think he's 7 or 8.
Dunzo's
soft ground, won his race.
Oh, one of your cliff horses won today.
Who?
Tell you now. Brentford Hope, something like that.
Yes, I was going to talk about him and all.
Brentford Hope, yeah. That hurt? Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Richard Hughes gave a good interview about him afterwards because he won on the bridle again, and he said he doesn't have anything left. Basically, said if he's winning on the bridle, and you think, like he said, right, it looks like he could get another 6 lengths there.
No,
there's not 6 lengths there. That's all there is. So as soon as he comes off the bridle, it's game over. And the reason it looks so good is because he loves the ground and he just sluices through it. But he did say there's a big race in him. He just needs his conditions. And again, a horse probably for the end of the year in October.
French group race.
A big, possibly, maybe a listed race over there in that kind of ground. Or a handicap at Ascot kind of end of the flat season when the ground gets soft or heavy as well.
What do you make of Hookham's comeback?
I didn't really see it, to be honest. I had a glance of it, but he
gone off him.
He let me down the last day. What was the last day? Was it a Hader?
It was.
I think you tipped the winner. Was it Sir Ron Priestley? Was in it?
No, go and talk there and I'll find it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was a very hype horse, wasn't he? Volcanic.
Yeah, Volcanic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I would.
Needs to step up.
I'd need to see some of the other horses from the Ledger now as well.
Speaking of other horses, where is it? Where is it gone? I don't know where it's gone. But anyway, anything else? How did the betting go? You had a good Saturday, I seen.
Yeah, Saturday was all right, but today was not great.
No?
I backed Waterford to beat Limerick.
Shocked?
Yeah. I was, to be honest. I don't know. I kind of fancied it, but then I was like, why did I do that? And then halfway through, Limerick had a man sent off. I was like, okay, this should do the business now.
Barney Curley died.
I had a good Saturday. Huh. Is he the fella the Campbell fella?
Yeah.
That gave out to Luke Harvey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of sad news.
Died at the age of 81. Barney Curlin, the mastermind behind arguably the greatest betting coup of all time, has died at the age of 81. And there you go.
He was a bit of a legend, that chap, wasn't he?
What was the betting coup? I never heard about this. I know we should know, but I must read that after. Go on, what were you saying? Sorry.
Had a decent Saturday, but yeah, I still one of the lads was texting me about it. I think I had 5 horses beating the nose this weekend.
That's horrible.
Even with having a decent weekend, I had
It becomes a bad weekend when you start
Yeah.
adding up how much you could have won.
I also backed Love for the Coronation Cup, and I'd say she's not even going to go for that either.
She's been backed over.
No, she's back for Royal Ascot as well. And then he mentioned Royal Ascot, but you just wouldn't. He mentioned so many things.
It's going
He
to
probably
be.
said the lads will decide. The lads.
He knows where she's going.
I just want her to come out and batter everything now and just shut up the naysayers.
How
You're becoming a naysayer.
No, I'm.
Yeah.
We had this conversation today. She's a horse where you have to back on the day, and you know the ground is perfect for her. She does have to come up again. She does have to improve again.
She does. She does.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think she is? Is she on
I think I'm good to firm ground. She'll batter everything. On good ground,
everything?
she'll beat anything.
Colts, geldings,
Anything.
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 Anything in training.
Dracula, zombies, dinosaurs, everything.
Dinosaurs, touchy subject.
Velociraptors.
Can't wait to see no Jurassic Park, see the trailer.
I'm telling you, she's that good. Fair enough, they're not going to run her on soft ground. If she's running, she'll win.
Right, I'll throw a few questions. You talked about her there, and I'm going to get her form. Love.
Good ground at Ascot. Kubo was the same as last year. She didn't run at Ascot, but I know you mean about the good ground.
Love. 2017.
Someone asked about Serpentine. First round back. Didn't like the ground.
Blow away the cobwebs.
And Aiden said before the race, basically, that he wasn't going to win. So
Right. So 2-year-old form, don't worry about that. That was too far back.
I'm shocked that Barney Curley knows now.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good crack, that fella.
Oh, the day I seen the interview, was it Luke Harvey and John McCurk went,
He basically told the boys they were stealing a living.
stealing money. I got you out of a hole. I gave you some load of money.
What
And
a
he called
legend.
Luke Harvey just a shit jockey, which is true. Right. What was York? Alpinista came out months since, if I'm not mistaken.
As Tom said, she's beaten up.
Alpinista came out and won a listed race back in April. One Vice has won since. Manuel de Vega, yes.
Soft ground around here,
Soft
actually, he
ground,
wants.
look. Frankly Darling is frankly shit.
Some of the lads are saying she goes on anything and
Hold on, I just want to see, have they actually ran her on soft ground?
good to soft. They won't run her on soft ground like it was in York or this weekend.
This weekend was just like, it was heavy ground, not even soft.
It's one on good to soft, but like good to soft in the flat season is
Like she got beat on good soft in October of 2019. That's probably proper good to soft ground. Quadrilateral beat her and Powerful Breeze, who are not bad horses. In fairness, Quadrilateral won a few.
that was in the Phillies mile when she was a 2-year-old. She just turned that form around then in a 3-year-old. And Dan Breen said Love is definitely overrated, and I think you are definitely drunk.
Like, if you look, this is playing devil's advocate. If you look into our form and go by her form, the form is not great. Beating Ennis Diamond is nothing to shout home about. But she does it very, very well. That's the other side of it. And I'm the one that's saying, believe what you see, not who she beats. And that was very impressive. Epsom was...
She won an Oaks on the bridle, basically.
Yeah. She wasn't asked for her effort. She wasn't throwing the kitchen sink at her. Yeah, look, I'd like to see her. It's like a whole in the jump season. Oh, I can't wait till Cheltenham till they actually have a proper race against someone proper. She hasn't really come against someone of her caliber. Ternawa is probably the closest to her.
She's not like Santa Barbara either. There's not like Love is the best thing ever, and it's all just
Who's Santa? What's
the
I know,
you know,
but why? I know
because it's not all just like on the Racing Post and in interviews. She actually does it on the track, and you can see the way Ryan talks about her. He's saying all sorts of horses. And I'm fairly sure he thinks she's the best horse he's sat on.
Really?
I'd say so. Yeah.
It must be frustrating then that
I'm frustrated because I want to see her run, but because I'm confident. Like, I'm confident she ran in the Coronation Cup, she'd batter Alazi.
Yeah, I'm not gone on Alazi. I know he bolted up the last time. I think once he comes against that kind of caliber of really Group 1 horses, he might be fine there. It's like Hookham last year. Hookham was winning these races really easily. And then he came against proper horse and he was...
People are saying she's not beating anything as well. Like, oh, the ratings, this and rate. But she's beating them so easy. Like,
look, it was the same with...
She bet that Albanista in the Yorkshire Oaks, but I think it's by 5 lengths. And it was like a hack canter. She didn't even try. Like,
it reminds me of something like Bob from this year, Bob Ollinger, going into Cheltenham. I beat not. Why is he so short? He couldn't be this short. The others have better form.
One lad said magical or love, and I loved magical, but love is better than magical. I'm telling you. I said this last year.
That's like cheating on your missus.
It's not. It's just being honest.
You absolutely love her.
I tell you. I got caught rotten on Friday, actually. I meant to say that.
What happened?
You're
going to tell everyone? Oh, brilliant.
Everybody's saying, well, not everybody's saying, but you're always saying that I'm basically a sex addict. So, but...
That's because it's true.
I was out getting a bit of food with a female friend.
Which one?
COVID regulations and all that.
Until you got back to the house.
And someone stopped me. Like, got out of the car, stopped, got out of the car, and I was like, "Is that you?" I know he said, "Is that you?" And I swear to God, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's me.
I was looking around, and I was like, and then he's like, "It's Dave." I was like, It's me. He's talking to me. It's Dave from the podcast. And I was like, yeah. And like, he's like shocked that I was in Dunmore. Like, I was like I live in Waterford. Like,
it's only like 10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. And I was dumbfounded. And I was like, because I was outside, we were picking up food. I was outside the restaurant, we were picking up food. And of course, then out comes the female, the woman.
Female.
I sound like John McCreary. Out comes the lady friend with the pizza.
That's worse.
And I was like, oh God, getting noticed for the podcast. And what am I doing?
Writing. What you known for?
I couldn't even deny it. I thought when we got back to the races, perhaps.
No,
like, there's the lads from the finish.
Done more.
Trying to keep a low profile and stay out of the city. No, not a hope.
Yeah, it's going to happen sooner or later. But it's looking like we're going to get the Champions Weekend, the Irish one, Leopardstown.
We're going to be at the course, Leopardstown. We're going to go to Champions Day at Leopardstown, not the Curragh. We're going to go.
Can we not go to both of them?
Go to both of them, so.
Like, we've been locked up for over a year.
Tom will make some sort of excuse. I couldn't think of the word there. Tom will make some sort of excuse to not go. What horny lad Dave. Oh my God.
It's true.
The pizza nearly killed me.
It did. You're in a bad state when I picked you up for golf. I even had to put the bag in the boot for you.
Anybody that has had a heart problem issue, salt is like the devil, and there was too much salt on the pizza or whatever was on it. But and it's like a bad hangover. Yeah,
but it might have been the extra curricular activities you were doing the night before that might have done you a bit more.
Done you.
Tanara wins the arc. Yes, Simon. Yes, she does. Correct.
It looks so easy right now that Tanara wins the arc.
It's because she's that good. She's better than Love.
I think Tom even thinks Tarnav is going to win the arc, and he's the ultimate pessimist.
No, stop. This time last year, Tom thought Love was going to win the arc.
Do you remember when she won the Oaks? And he had 7 million bets on her to win the arc, and then every 2 days he cashed one out. I don't know, lads. I don't know.
He was the one that practically started it.
The Pimlico horses. There's a few actual comments about that.
What about Pimlico horse?
Why were they taken out?
Ground, I think of one. Cotty,
I think.
Was it Cotty? No, not Cotty.
McFee's had a temperature. And I think Cotty is
running this week.
The weather was just atrocious.
We woke up the Thursday morning and it was It's like it was genuine like a monsoon. It was like 50 miles an hour wind. The rain was pelting down.
I
The
imagine,
ground-
I imagine running a horse for the first time over jumps.
It's not ideal.
Would have been a bad experience. For
Yeah.
him.
I think they're entered again this week. Shauna is entered Thursday, and I think Koshi is entered Thursday.
Yeah, Sean has entered anyway.
And Koshi as well.
Whatever P. Bouger, I'm sure he means Pierre Charles Boudot. Oh no, P. Bouger trains and Demoro rides, wins the arc. Demoro probably on a Japanese horse though.
Who?
I thought he meant Pierre Charles Boudot. I said
He won't
he'll
be
have to get
anywhere near.
get out of jail first. This fella's here in Mexico. I was in Mexico before. I'll tell you.
Where?
Yeah, I was in Cancun before.
Doing what?
I was in Cancun before. It's a bit of a mad place. Genuinely.
No wonder you were there.
Honestly, it was great, like, but it's just nuts.
What were you doing?
I was there on a holiday. I was.
Sure.
It's scary place.
That sounded like a bad.
Because I'm thinking back how mad it was there. Like,
Enlighten us.
there was a Corona bar, right, in Cancun.
Right.
And I know Kubo do have pictures of cans of Corona, but they were doing Corona, like draft Corona, right? So, and they just squeezed the lime into it.
Posh Corona.
Right? That sounds like it's a good story. But we were sitting in the Corona bar, and across the road from us, like an army truck pulled up. Like,
Oh, you did tell me this.
an army truck pulled up, and there was like, I don't know, it was like 10 lads with guns in it, like army lads. And they just stopped and like bet the shit out of the two fellas, put them in the back of the van and drove off. And I was like, did anybody else see that? Like, and I was like,
Check me phone.
everybody was just walking
When am
around.
I going home?
Everybody was walking around as if it was normal. Like,
It's because it probably is.
it's like, what is going on in this place? But then it was good. It was good fun. Like,
It is. It's nice when it doesn't happen to you.
it's good fun. There's a fella handstand walking down the stairs at one stage in one of the bars.
That's where you got that stupid idea of it.
It's mad.
Anyway,
Where do you think Poetic Flair will go? I think he said he's going to go to the St. James's Palace. If he does and he runs in 4 Group 1s in the space of like 6 weeks, and he runs well, Jim Bulger's a genius.
All homebreds. It's unreal, isn't it?
Hardly any Mexicans drink Corona. Well, we know that. Like,
Shite beer.
compared to many Mexican beers. There was actually some lovely beers over there. And I like Corona, but there was nicer beers.
Same Montenegro. There's a beer called Nick over there. Unreal. Unreal.
It's the ones, the local ones, isn't it? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was in. Where was I as well? I was in Sarajevo. They had some nice beers as well.
Yeah,
people thought that would be dangerous. It wasn't dangerous at all.
Where is Sarajevo?
In Bosnia.
Oh yeah, it was a
Capital
Bosnia.
of Bosnia, where they had like the Bosnian War.
Yeah, it's good walking around. You see all the stuff.
It wasn't at all dangerous though.
No, it's not dangerous anymore.
They were amazed to see some tourists. To be honest,
It's not dangerous anymore whatsoever. Like I go to Montenegro the whole time. We could travel to Bosnia, Croatia in the space of 20 minutes from the house all the time. It's like
some nice beers there now. You're right.
Like the development of the place is unreal over there.
Yeah.
We're like a bloody travel show now.
Yeah. I have to be in some strange places. Don't say anything after that.
And he's not talking about countries. Nelson, it's been a very quiet week. Next week is going to be
hello from Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Hello, Fergal story from Malaysia.
Hello from Waterford. It's like the Eurovision.
I know.
Hello from Waterford.
No, I know a guy living in Singapore actually. I must trek over there. It's supposed to be very expensive in Singapore.
I couldn't tell you. Never been there.
Apparently it is.
Where do you want to go to Dubai?
I'd like to go to Malaysia as well.
Dubai World Cup
as well, yeah.
I want to go to Dubai World Cup next year.
No.
Why?
I have no interest in that racetrack.
I just want to go to Dubai.
I'll go to Dubai, but no, I have no interest in that racetrack.
Once you go there, you want to go there.
No.
You get a few coronas.
Who won the Dubai Cup this year?
Dubai World Cup?
Yeah. Exactly. That's
Love?
my point. No, she didn't run. The ground was too soft.
Who did win it? It's probably some American.
Have you guys been racing in other countries? I haven't anyway.
No.
Or have I?
It's called Cork, another country, practically.
No, I've been to a good few in Ireland, but no, I don't think I've ever been to any. No, I haven't. No, just trying to think there.
Courses in Ireland that you haven't been to yet that you want to go to?
Ooh, courses in Ireland.
It's a great question. Do you know one that never entices me to go to? To Curra.
Do you know where I'd like to go to? And I've been there loads of times, but not gone to the racetrack. Killarney.
Lovely track.
Savage crackdown in Killarney, and the golf course is on it and all that. So
Oh, look at him. He's at a
Yes,
one
yeah.
game of golf.
Yeah.
Where is there a golf course and a racetrack? Gorn Park. That's where you have to play
Yeah,
around Gorn as well.
The lads from Next Gen Racing want us to go over to Goodwood, don't they?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind doing that as well.
Are they ready?
Probably
for
be
us?
next year, though, I'd say.
I don't think they survive a weekend with us. They might now because you're half dead.
Try and get up. We try and get to the Leopardstown meeting anyway for Champions Weekend and get the Witch as well.
Oh, ABW will be there.
Yeah, he's at all of them anyway. He gets a
Oh.
few free tickets.
Him?
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to pay for accommodation?
No, I'm
or
just
that?
saying, like
Laytown.
Laytown. That's a
Lay-
great one, actually.
We're actually going to be at Laytown.
Want to go to the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita?
I would love that.
Love that. I'd way prefer that than Dubai.
Dubai,
World
yeah,
Cup.
that's-
way prefer that.
Santania, it's a lovely track.
Yeah.
It looks nice in the telly. I'd love to go just meet the lads from CBS.
Hollywoodbets are bringing us to Turfentine.
Yeah, apparently so. Are they?
That'd be
What?
good. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
So Tom thinks anyway. Yeah, no.
I just can't wait to go back to Punchtown. Do enjoy Punchtown.
I've actually passed Longchamp when I was in Paris.
I
had a
passed
look
it as
around
well.
and stuff, but the racing wasn't on that day.
You'd get in there for nothing. Like you literally do, but you'd be probably the only people in there on our weekend.
Yeah, it looks nice though.
Where else is there? I don't mind going to a toy.
But not to watch the stuff that was on. today.
No, that was dirt.
I wouldn't be a fan.
Bit of Tremor.
Laytown Beach, I'm sure there'd be no restrictions there. That's where the lads are starting their cycle from, isn't it?
That's what I said that to you like 5 minutes ago. I said we're going to be there, and you just went.
No, because we're meeting halfway, aren't we?
Might be at the finish at this stage.
Yeah, well, I'll be all right. You won't be. It's going to be bad when the heart patient outcycles the fit person.
Me?
I
Don't be
was being kind to you.
Don't be fucking me.
I was being kind to you.
I started training last week, so I'm alright. The hamstring is in tatters though.
I can get me outdoor bike now to call about tomorrow. So we're good to go.
Now we'll go cycling then. Be grand.
Maybe 20k maybe the weekend.
Relax yourself now, boy. Right, we're rambling on enough now. Right, next week is kind of quite one. We were talking about doing a quiz to break up.
I said to Andrew before we started here that if people want to do a quiz before Royal Ascot,
Well, we could do one next week because there's not much on next weekend.
just let us know and going by say maybe the comments, we'll decide whether it's flat racing or jumps racing or a bit of
It'll
everything.
have to be flat, really, won't it?
We can throw in a bit of everything. But if you want to do like the quizzes that we did around Cheltenham and around Christmas and all that, we will do them just to
We'll do it next. We'll do one next Sunday.
to break up because I think the racing is not great next weekend.
No.
So. And then we have the Derby and then Royal Ascot, so it'll work perfectly next week.
What we'll do, Royal Ascot, our preview is live the Sunday before Royal Ascot. We'll do the preview and we'll have a little Royal Ascot preview. Jesus,
Quiz.
Royal Ascot quiz with a few goodies to give away.
Will Tom be turning up? I'm sure Tom will be here. Unless he's sick again.
Nice to sick again. Poor Tom.
I generally hope he's all right because that's what happened to me last year. It was just constant sicknesses. And
Yeah,
then
I
it
had a very.
just end up
I
bad.
was sitting down after the golf and I was like, you know, the thing I told you before, the kind of catching the breath was like the breath was going against the way I was breathing.
I think the hay fever is bad this year though. The pollen and all that. But
Anyway,
oh,
right.
nice.
Anyway, that's enough of this talking for tonight. Name a few courses that have disappeared.
In our
Okay.
lifetime. I'm sure there's a few being closed down, yeah. Wasn't that Hereford closed and it reopened?
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Remember Wolverhampton used to be a jump track.
Did it?
Jump track from the
Did
sand.
not know that.
I think they were going to do it at Dundalk at one stage. Just doesn't look right. Too many horses got injured. Anyway, right, we'll be back on Wednesday with another weekend preview. And on Talking Points next week, we are going to have a quiz that you're going to do. You're the quiz master.
Yeah, and you know what? It'll just be about everything and anything.
Oh, Dundalk was a jump track. Well, there you go. Anyway.
Cody Powers, lads, come to Keeneland for Breeders' Cup.
Okay.
It might be a money issue, but yeah, I'd love that.
If you want the boys, the flights, accommodation, tickets, no hassle, we'll arrive. But anyway, as I said, we are back Wednesday with another not live, Jesus Christ. We're back with another weekend preview where we're going to look over all the weekend's races, and we're then back on Sunday. We're going to have the quiz and look back on all the news over the week. So again, let's have a good week. Keep comment below who you thought was the best performance of the weekend and where they're going next. And we'll see you again Wednesday for another weekend preview. I got to lean. My mouse is broken.
Yeah.
I'll get one for next week.